God message today, the judgment hour has arrived, a prophetic message from the Watcher of Flame. The winds over Velanora have changed. In the unseen realm, where scrolls are etched in fire and voices carry through rivers of light, the name they tried to erase has now become the echo that haunts their every breath, and that name is yours. Archfire Malakar, the warring angel assigned to your lineage, stands with sword drawn, for the veil is no longer thick enough to conceal what has been done. The time has struck. 5 minutes is no longer just time, it's a countdown to divine eruption. A soundless alarm has been sounded in the chambers of the Most High, and the judgment hour has begun. Heaven did not miss it. They sat in rooms cloaked in shadows, crafting your downfall with fingers dipped in deception and envy. They promised each other silence, plotted through whispers and coded messages, and yet one of them, a man named Dalian, bound by jealousy and betrayal, made a vow their name will be forgotten. But the vow turned venom, and now the venom has entered his own bloodstream. He is not alone. Two shadow walkers, once his allies, now tremble behind locked doors. Something terrible happened behind the veil, and they didn't see it coming. What they summoned for you has returned as roaring flame. And the flames, they don't obey men, they report to God. A scream was heard in the southern chamber of Kareth's Hollow, the place where they thought no spirit could see. But the seers saw, the angelic recorders wrote it down, and the wind that travels between realms carried the sound back to your spirit. That weight in your chest last night, the unseen trembling, the odd pressure in your dreams, that was the shift. That was the reversal beginning. They tried to forge a signature, yours. They tampered with a photo, pieced lies into pixels, layered deceit with precision, trying to present you as something you never were. But an unseen force, a watcher among them, found the original and forwarded it to the very one they feared would see. That person now holds the proof. Their silence is breaking like glass beneath divine pressure. The one who smiled at you the most was the one who laced the dagger. Their fingerprints are being exposed. Your name was about to be dragged into a courtroom of confusion, but instead, their names are being logged in a file that never forgets. One woman involved used an old timestamp, trying to tell a story that never belonged to you. But heaven caught the lie, and that mistake, it sealed her fate. A whistleblower just cracked. An anonymous transmission made its way to a hand of justice. Inside, voice recordings, names, currency trails, IP addresses, login times, all mapped, and it's already been handed over to a voice with influence, someone who had been misled about you. Until now, a private meeting was called, not for your destruction, for your vindication. They thought you were weak. They called you fragile, easily silenced. But now, the spiritual veil has lifted. Now, the air around your name has shifted. It carries weight, it carries fire, and those who once mocked your tears are now begging, not to you, but to the unseen power that started visiting them at 3:07 a.m. Yes, they're being watched. The same voice that told them to stop is now the one whispering in their walls. The object they buried near the grove of Dinarion, a cursed item once tied to your name, has been found by someone loyal. The moment it was touched, everything began to unravel. A woman of power, once ordered to keep quiet, has had her heart pierced by the divine. Her silence ends now. Expect a phone call. It may come from an unknown number. It may sound strange, but it is tied to all of this. A chain reaction heaven designed, a ripple that will reach your name. One of them tried to block your blessing, a promotion, a position, a platform, but now that delay is being reversed. Even the elite lawyer who once refused your side has received new light, undeniable proof in a package they didn't expect. They are now working against the ones they once protected. And listen, one of them has fallen sick. Their body is shaking with symptoms no doctor can understand. Their dreams are haunted. Their mirrors show fire. Their name is unraveling. A presence they cannot name now walks behind them. That's not karma. That's the hand of the Almighty correcting what man tried to corrupt. The spiritual realm has declared divine exposure is real. A voice cried out in the heavens, and earth has answered. The file they buried with redacted names and fake IDs, it's open now. An investigator guided by divine hand is sifting through it. Every screenshot, every falsified message, every forged contract. Their kingdom of lies is collapsing. There's a document, long deleted, that holds your name, and it's returning to light through a hand that doesn't even know you, but is divinely moved to fight for you. That restoration will begin quietly, but the echo will shake cities. The curse of delay over your bloodline has been broken. That generational knot, the energy of envy, sabotage, silent opposition, it has been pierced. The one who carried it forward into your generation has cracked. They are confessing, not to you yet, but to someone close. And that confession will ripple with reversal. People are searching your name now, not to slander it, but to understand the fire behind it. Your name is echoing in halls of power. Someone once told to avoid you is now realizing you are sacred. You're being pulled into conversations you were never supposed to hear. And this time, you will. This time, you will hear the truth that was hidden. This time, your silence will speak louder than all their noise. You are rising. Velanora's gates are opening. The person who walked away from you, misled and blind, is returning, bearing apology, bearing truth. The heaviness in your back, that's the chain breaking. That's the weight lifting. Heaven has marked the circle that planned your fall. Each of them will feel the cost of your tears. Each of them will remember the moment they touched what they were warned not to. You are being removed from every pit, every snare, every whisper they laid against you. Archfire Malakar declares, judgment has passed. Your silence wasn't weakness, it was divine timing. Now the heavens roar. Your case has reached the courts of the unseen, and the gavel has dropped. Compensation is coming, not from them, but through the divine order of reversal. Someone powerful is now looking into your name. They don't know why yet, but soon they will know everything. And they won't rest until justice breathes through your lungs again. One prayer you whispered in your sleep, it reached fire, it cracked a seal, and now it is unfolding. The voice that tried to erase your name is now being questioned by powers far higher than them. The hidden meeting they tried to move in secret is being recorded by heaven, and the decision they made in darkness will now be reversed in full daylight. You will not be forgotten. You will be honored. This is your resurrection hour. Your enemies didn't expect the light to burn through their shadow, but it has, and now all will see what heaven saw all along. You, still, rise, type, I am the reversal, if your spirit bears witness. They tried to erase you, but now you are the signal. A prophetic roar from the archives of fire. There is a pressure in the air that cannot be ignored, a divine push. a sudden knowing, a tremor in your chest when no one is touching you. That's not anxiety. That's the spiritual signal. Something has shifted in the realm above you, and Zerachiel's trumpet has sounded. What was whispered in back rooms and scrawled across digital tombs is now being carved into the wall of the Almighty's court. And child of fire, your name, yes, your name, is in that judgment. They tried to bury you beneath silence. They painted your face on a lie and uploaded it to the cloud of confusion. They doctored documents, time stamped falsehoods, stretched your truth to fit their betrayal. But what they didn't realize is that heaven has metadata too. Every forged agreement now blinks with heavenly red ink. Every screenshot they thought was deleted is being resurrected by angelic intelligence. Archangel Elion, commander of digital revelation, is restoring the trail they thought they could cover. Technology, once their tool of destruction, has been reversed to serve your restoration. And now the silence is breaking. Someone you never expected. A third party, a distant observer, a reluctant vessel. They have seen what wasn't meant for them to see. They have touched the leak in the communication chain that was sealed in pride but pierced by truth. That message was never meant to reach you, but it is coming. You will know it by the chill on your spine, the swell in your eyes, the stutter of your breath. Your body will know before your mind can catch up. This is your confirmation. This is your lifeline. Type Amen if your soul bears witness. For years, one of them waited. They knew, they watched, they stayed silent. But now they are being spiritually pressed. Heaven is knocking on their door in dreams, in tension, in tears. They are being visited. They are being cornered by truth. The woman who smiled in your face while twisting your name in the dark, her reflection is now turning against her. She can't look in the mirror without feeling fire. She hears your name in silence, and silence is now her sentence. The documents they crafted to ensnare you, signed in lies, printed in ego, passed hand to hand like venom. One of them has now been verified as fraudulent. A seal has broken. Three names are tied to that forgery. One of them, someone you trusted, someone who swore loyalty under moonlight while planting snares by dawn. But hear me, the forged document is now in the hands of one with real power, and the sword of Archangel Malachar has been unsheathed. Truth is no longer knocking, it's slicing. They cannot use you anymore. Type that as a boundary. They can't use me anymore. Because this time you are not being sent in blind. This time you walk into rooms with divine awareness. No more stumbling into traps. No more mistaking envy for love. No more negotiating with disguised witches. You are being reintroduced, not as who they painted you to be, but as who you were before the smear, before the sabotage, before the slander. The smirks they wore in your silence, they are fumbling now in your return. Let the masks fall. The woman who tried to rewrite your fate has now been exposed in another situation, and her exposure has traced back to you. The light that caught her in the act is now following the trail of her deception. She cannot outrun the justice tied to your name. Your name is being remembered, not whispered in back alley distortion, but shouted in rooms of decision and redemption. The attempt to mimic your gifts has fallen apart. They tried to clone your calling, duplicate your essence, monetize your mantle, but their imitation lacked your anointing. And now even the ones who bought the lie are crawling back, looking for the original flame. There is a digital place, a platform, an archive, where they tried to erase your presence. But instead, God bless you. Type yes if you believe in God. Type 1 and 11 if you believe in God.